Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us today on the show Women Leaders in Petchem series at Insights with Nidhi Verma, Mrs. K.R.Padmaja Reddy, Managing Director, Padmaja Polymers, Padmaja PolyPacks, and Managing Partner, Padmaja Prime. The only lady entrepreneur of the raffia industry, Mrs. Reddy began her career 25 years ago when she started as an entrepreneur in the vertical which had never heard of women leaders. Started with 100 tons, and now the output is 1,000 tons of production in the two companies with over 500 strong force and 3 units. Namaskar, ma'am. Swagatam.
Thank you so much, Nidhi. Namaskar to all the viewers. Thank you for having me on your show. Fantastic. I really like your introduction. I feel so elevated. Thank you.
Pleasure is all ours, ma'am.
Thanks.
In 1990, when the preferred professions for women used to be doctors, engineers, teaching, manufacturing was never a woman's arena. How did you tread this very less traveled path? Who was your guiding force who encouraged you to be an entrepreneur at that time?
Well, I guess, like you rightly said, years back, 25 years back, when we actually started this whole industry, I think it was more a dream of mine that I really wanted to be an industrialist, very unconventional thought. And typically women were doing teaching, like you said, medicine and few engineers by then. But this was a new challenge. I think it was just a passion in me. And I had a dream to always be an industrialist. So that, I think, was the beginning. It was all supported by my dad, who was also a prominent industrialist then. He was into sugar industry. And of course, the support of my husband, who's always been a big pillar in my life. So with all their support, we got started a few years ago. 25 years, it's been a long journey. And I think this is where I am today. Started in a small way, and this is where I ended. So it's been a nice journey, fantastic. In fact, more than women, I would credit the men in my life. And because of them, it's what I am today. So that's my story of the beginning, yeah.
What a beautiful way to put it, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, after you got married, you had 2 beautiful children, Shreya and Amit, which is the third gen of the Reddys now.
Yes.
And then also you were expanding your work parallelly. What was a typical day in Padmaja Reddy's life then?
Well, it was hard because I think I typically was a housewife, and which I didn't want to let go. So I had these 2 little kids, and with this dream of mine to be a successful entrepreneur. So I would actually start my day at 8 a.m. in the morning, drop them up to school, rush to work, and probably get back at 4, pick them up, and again do my daily house chores. I think you must be doing the same. And I did the same. And yes, it was nice. It was challenging. And I think we women Devis, we are so good at, multitasking. God has given this beautiful gift to us. And I think I made the best of it. Yes.
Wonderful, ma'am. We can see you as a juggler, like having all the balls in one hand while the children are at school, you're managing the work. When the children have to be brought back, then you're putting the...
Yes. And making sure everything is proper at home. And I had a very busy home with Mr. Reddy there. It was a real busy home. So, but yes, I think when there's a will, there's a way. And I believe that's what I did. Exactly.
Yeah, at that point, I did not notice that with Mr. Reddy's political work, you must have had to have more responsibility as a wife because so many visitors and his very propelling demands of his work. Oh my God.
Yes, of course. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's very demanding. But I guess, we learn to balance life and we know our responsibilities. And that is what helps us going. Absolutely. Yeah.
I remembered in one of our TAPMA conferences in Hyderabad, you had shared an example, an incident of Amit's childhood, that is your son, what he wanted his mother to be. He was very crystal clear. Could you kindly share that with our audience?
See, always as a mother and in my personal life, I felt I was not giving enough time. So that always bothered me because work always takes your time, the most important part of your day, and you don't really deliver. And there was this day when I was very, very guilty and I had this conversation with Amit and I said, Amit, do you think I should stay home and bake some lovely brownies for you and, take care of you? The first thing he told me is, no, I don't want you to be an amma, staying home. I said, well, that is inspiring. And I got my message. And from that day onwards, believe me, I don't feel guilty. So yeah, I'm so happy. I think you actually become a reflection of what you're to your children. They learn out of what you do and what you practice. So it's very important that we give a good, strong message to our children of how life has to be balanced between work and home. Yeah, that I think is very good. And I feel it's not the quantity of time, it's the quality of time you spend with your child, which actually is the fundamentally important. Yes.
What a beautiful message, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you.
Your husband, Mr. Suresh Reddy, has been a very prominent and very respected politician, and
Yes.
everyone assumed that your claim to fame would be being Mrs. Reddy. How
Yes.
did you bring about your own identity and establish it?
Yes, I think there is an advantage and a disadvantage of being a wife of a famous man. So yes, advantages, yes, you get recognized, and it's nice to be in his shadow. You feel very safe and protected, undoubtedly. But yes, I think sheer performance, Nidhi. I think sheer performance, what we did over years, the product, the factory, the company, the deliverables, I think all that accounted to our identity and our success. And gradually, I got recognized. Yes, this lady is not just Mrs. Reddy, but also an MD of Padmaja Polymers. So it came slowly, but yes, I'm happy it came. Nice.
Much more than that, ma'am. I've spoken to
Yes.
a lot of industry
Yeah.
colleagues, and what they have to say about you is this is a strong iron lady in our industry, and
Really? So
very
I
well.
like the word iron lady. I must tell you an example on that. I was speaking to one of the ACC chief the other day. So we were just negotiating on behalf of the industry, and he tells me, "My God, you're an Indira Gandhi of polymer." I said, "That is a compliment. My mother would be so happy to hear that."
Oh, everyone would be, ma'am. Wonderful. Yes,
Sometimes you have to get tough, Nidhi, and I think life teaches you that. Yes.
it does. Yes.
It
Oh,
does.
what part your husband, Mr. Reddy, has played in your professional life? It would be a message for a lot of our
Yes.
families.
Yes, yes. I think my husband is just not only my pillar of strength, and I think not only a pillar of strength, energy, courage, love. He is a big pillar in my life, absolutely, and he has given me this freedom and encouraged me to do what I am today. Then, apart from him, it's the entire family. It's not just your spouse; it's also the family. They should recognize and always it's most of the time it's the passion in you which drives you to deliver. And if the family recognizes this and encourages you to do what you want to do, I think all of us, all women, can be outstanding personalities, and beyond, I think, expectations is what we can deliver. Yeah, I think the family support is very critical in a woman's success. That's my belief. Yes.
So that's your message for the families, for their girl child, and the women in families, so that the girls can get wings, they can get air beneath their wings. And
yes. See, today I think, like we all discussed, there are no glass ceilings anymore. They're not at all. I think they've all been broken, and in fact, I would say that it is for us to use the opportunity that is ahead of us. Right from the government, if you see, they have fantastic policies for the women. There have been encouragement all through. The society as such has accepted women's, what I would say, empowerment. And look at it at your own house. You can see your parents. Earlier, there used to be a definite discrimination between a boy and a girl child. Parents always saved for the male for the boy's education, not for the girl. But today, they put equal amounts towards investing on the education of the girl as well as the boy. So I think it's for us now to actually get up, use this opportunity, and prove to the world that this century is about women. It's not about men anymore. Yes, there we go. Thumbs up for that.
Yes. I think this just bring your children up as human beings, not differentiating between girls and boys at all.
Yes, it's very important. And I think that's coming gradually, but it is coming good. It's making a difference to the society at large.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Ma'am, your major customers are either cement or sugar industry.
Yes.
Have you faced any challenges with customer relationships? Because people on the other side of the table would predominantly would have been men.
Men, yes. Yes, of course, there is always this issue of, how easily they can connect. It's not so easy for me to connect to my male counterparts. But otherwise, I think, this gender is all in the mind. Seriously, because when you're competing on a product. You're not competing on a gender. So the product speaks for itself, and the company, because of its sheer performance, automatically you are the first choice of your customers. And that is how you prove yourself. And you establish yourself with them. That's what we did. So it is the product, it is the company, and it's the performance which spoke for us.
Well said, ma'am.
Thank
Ma'am,
you.
do you have any incidents that come to your mind where there were challenges, you faced, preferably because you thought that it was because they were targeting because you were a woman. Do you have anything in mind that comes to you?
No, thanks for that. But yes, see, like I said, when I just started, the whole focus was whether a woman can actually deliver. Can she actually be an entrepreneur? A simple instance, like when I went for a land allocation, initially when I'd gone, so the officer, we had to just fill in some forms. So he said, who's the managing director? I said, Miss, this is me, Padmaja Reddy. So he looked at me, gave me one blank look, like, what is she talking? And he speaks to his counterpart saying, Madam is only naam ke vaste, sir will run the show. So that is a perception. So I had to deal with, the mindset. So that was the biggest challenge. But later on, the encouragement, what I got from everybody and the way we delivered, I think then everything was just, the myth was broken and, everything was established. So it was an easy walkway. In fact, I would say, since you said single lady, it was simpler. I had nobody on my path, so I could walk straight.
Wonderful. It's all clear in front of you.
Absolutely. Yeah, they clear it for the lady. Still, there is some chivalry around. Yes. Yes.
Raffia, but it's a very, very cutthroat competition industry. Do you think being a woman leader, it is an advantage or is it a disadvantage, and from which aspects?
Well, raffia is very competitive. And in fact, when they heard I was in raffia, they were very surprised. Why would I even choose this product? But yes, I would take it to my advantage, because what really helped is my performance, my integrity, and my values is what helped me become a leader in this industry. I've established myself and the company. We've made a difference. Today, we really don't go to the companies. Companies come to us because of what we are. So that is the mark we are able to give. And I think I should credit my team, not me alone. We all as a team have delivered. In fact, I have my associates who have been with me for the past 25 years. So I'm so grateful to them.
Yes. Wow, ma'am. Yes. That is like almost the entire life, working life, right?
I think it's a family.
Wow. How
beautiful. It's a family. Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
Well, I was going through whatever information is available about you, and there's so many awards that have been given to you. Which is the one specific which is very close to your heart, and remembering that award still kind of brings emotions to you and brings tears to your eyes?
Yes, I will never forget the day. It was my first award, and it was a very honorary award from the state government for a woman entrepreneur. So there were no cell phones. It was a landline. I still remember that phone. I picked up, and there was this lady on the other side who said, "Ma'am, you've been awarded as the best woman entrepreneur for the year." Wow. My jaw dropped. I didn't know what hit me, but that was the most emotional moment. And nothing better than that ever. I would have got many more, but I think that was a very satisfying award. It just felt it was worth every bit of effort I took to put in there. And from there started the growth, honestly.
Yes. From there you took off.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Ma'am, the third generation of Reddys, Amit and Shreya, how do you see them taking this legacy forward?
They actually think very different. They have their own ideas. See, my son is very innovative, and he's into electrical EVs. So he's been doing a lot of R&D on the sly without my knowledge for some time, right from his university time. And in the past 2 years, he actually spoke to us about it. We were very excited. And I really want to come up. I want him to come up with his own plan and his own manufacturing unit, so which we are encouraging him for that. The conventional industries are there. What's very important for us to encourage the kids in what they like to do. And that is what I want to do, because business is about passion. It's not just about being there and continuing a family legacy.
So, ma'am, we understand that your dad is still coming to the factory every day.
Yes, he is the most inspiring figure in my life. And it's thanks to him, actually. I would say that's the reason why I'm actually here. And he's 88 and very possessive about the position he holds in the company. He is a director. And I keep telling him, I think time to retire, Dad. And he's like, no, the day I retire, I'm going to fall sick.
Finally, ma'am, what keeps Mrs. Padmaja Reddy awake at night? The thoughts, the dreams, the goals. What keeps you still ticking?
Well, initially, yes, there was a lot of anxiety when you start. You're immature. Even the smallest of things bother you. And they stress you out, and then you have sleepless nights. But now what happened is, over years of going through this whole journey, I realized everything can wait till next morning. So nothing really stresses me. What I enjoy is my sweet dreams. So yes, of course. So there's no stress at night. I sleep very well, and I think everything can wait till next morning. And you have to be very optimistic in your life. There's always a better day after something that's gone wrong, and you can always mend things the next day. So I think we should be very optimistic and move forward and not stress yourself in what you do. You should enjoy what you do. I think what I really want to do is, with days to come, is I think this industry has really given me a lot, my identity and my growth and recognition, everything. So what I really want to do is, in a few days from now, probably take it easy, and I want to get back to giving back to the society and the industry. That is what I'm planning for. And more so plastics. It's so sad that plastic is viewed as a villain in this generation. And let me tell you, plastic is the new gen product. And in fact, during Corona, you have seen how many lives plastic has saved. Yes. Your PP sets, your masks, everything has been plastic. So I don't think it's plastic, it's the usage of plastic that has to change. So I want to definitely contribute in that line for this industry. Yeah, that's my plan for future.
Ma'am, if you made your mind on it, we are very sure that the effects and the impact will be seen in the industry with you taking a step forward.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes.
Ma'am, it's been such a pleasure. We've heard so much about you, but having this rendezvous with you is really made our day. And you have not only inspired a lot of people around you, but I think through this message, you will be able to touch many more lives with your life's example. With that, thank you so much. And we shall
look so much for having us. And thank you all the viewers and all the women out there. I think please, happy Women's Day. And like I said, this century is about women. It's not about any men anymore. Yeah, thanks. Cheers to that.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Namaste. Yeah, bye-bye. Thanks.